I'm sort of an old dog, so a lot of this is, I'm up in the clouds. Okay, so I am just, I've been working for an advertising agency and we use WhamNet all the time. So WhamNet is a service, correct, that you need to buy into that offers a secure way of transmission and encryption,
So it's probably using 128-bit encryption across the web, right? You go to www.something.com.
Right. And so how does that fit in? It's like it's not part of the cloud, right? Because it is. It's part of the cloud. So
that's part of the sort of the overall internet cloud, right?
Okay.
It's not a private or secure network. You can go to any browser anywhere in the world queuing www.somethingorother.com. It's encrypted, right, at the application, at the website level. That web page is encryption. It's sending your data across an encrypted tunnel across the web, as opposed to logging onto J&J's VPN network, which they're serving up. So in that case, then they are off of the cloud somewhere. Somewhere they have a couple of large connections onto the cloud, and you're logging on across your standard browser. The other scenarios where you start to either talk about virtual private networks, or you start talking about someone else's secure cloud. Right? They'll give you their web address, and it's you're using your internet connection on, but as soon as you go on, you're logging onto their capacity, their network. In our case, when we're sending a desktop across across our cloud, and it goes to the Philippines, then that's coming across our secure cloud network, and it goes in through their routers, their hubs, their devices, their load balancers, and goes across their telephony system up into their desktop. So that's where we're reaching into that company, providing to that desktop that particular service. So what you're talking about is that first scenario where you're a consumer of a cloud-based service, which should be encrypted. I wouldn't use anybody that isn't, because if you know, but that's just, I work for a bank, so it's, I won't put anything insensitive of any kind in Gmail, because it's a publicly free email system.
So to that point, what is your opinion about Google Docs and anything like that? Is there a little voice in the back of your head that's saying,
not company specific, it's the fact that it's really kind of common sense, right? If it's free and anyone can access it and it's publicly available across the internet, it's kind of at the lowest rung of security of any kind, right? Because it's free, it's across the internet, and anyone can access it.
All everything I use is cheap.
So I'm not saying anybody do or do not use these companies' services. I'm just kind of thinking like common sense wise. There's no implied privacy and security. There's no implied. They're not guaranteeing you that Gmail is not hackable. They're not really telling you that they're not. In fact, there was just an article where they accessed people's emails and I think shared contact data. Well, you get what you, it's the old adage, you get what you pay for, right? You're consuming free services, so they're not going to provide for you any implied or contractually driven privacy and security arrangements for free.
So they have pro services available, Yahoo, Gmail, most of those, and you think those are more secure, or are you just paying for more crapola?
That's for you and your lawyer to decide. Again, I can't judge these companies' offerings because I don't use them, I'm not familiar with them.
Right.
What I would recommend that you do is that you look at the two privacy and security agreements. What do I get for free? What do I get not for free?
Okay.
And if you're not, well versed in contractual law, have a lawyer look at it, who will explain to you, because lawyers have great words that mean something only to lawyers, right? And you look at that and you go, how do you get that out of that? That's not plain English to me. So you sit down with your lawyer and you say, hey, I want to use this company, maybe I want to pay for some Google services. What does it buy me? Like, am I more secure? Like, what am I getting versus something that I could get for free? kind of similar to your internet connectivity, right? If I buy consumer grade internet connectivity, Comcast or Verizon or whoever your ISP is doesn't give you an SLA. They don't tell you this is going to be available, highly available, back up within 20 minutes. That's why they have a business class service.
12-hour window.
Right. So it's implied by you bought that grade of product. Right? Now if I want something more, I got to go buy above that. And then this is where you start talking in the internet about you buy speed, you buy security, you buy... So let's not talk about it in terms of disaster recovery. Just talk about it in terms of high availability. So if I'm totally based on the cloud now, but I'm trying to run it out of a consumer grade ISP connection, they don't offer any guarantee about your availability to get on the internet.
Right.
So if you need that, if you need to be available to your clients 24/7, you may want to look at, getting a business class account. Something with some implied contractual SLA that says you have to get me back up within X number of time. Otherwise, it's best effort, right? It's kind of...
So it's either SLA or SOL, right? So
That's life, right? It's
Right.
You
Well, the question is, how many people are doing business through Gmail right now? I mean, do you do business through Gmail? So you have a number of people. So it's not something that is very common for people to use Gmail. And you're saying prick your ears and be aware that it's still public.
I know if I'm dealing in business with someone and I get a Gmail response back from them, that's just, I work for a bank.
Really?
Yeah.
I can tell what it's on.
Yeah. And it's not Gmail, Google, it's any POP3 email. If I'm dealing with a business who they do not have their own email domain and their own cluster, then if you're coming in across like Hotmail, Gmail or something, then again you're running your business out of a freely available web-based service.
But I can run my own server through the Gmail client. So like if it's Jessica at Digital Stew, I can still use that server through Google. Is that the same thing or no?
You have to look at your privacy and security arrangement, right?
But I'm saying, like, I can set it up where I can check my email on Google.
Right.
It'll come into Google, and I'm not forwarding it, but I'm still using Gmail.
Right.
Is
So
that private or not? Like
No.
now, it's not.
Well, no, because
It's Gmail.
they're storing your data. They store your email. What you're getting is a local copy off of their server clusters.
Oh, I'm so uncomfortable now.
I had a business
Are you all set?
for 10 years or more.
I'm sure you're
10
right.
years or more.
You do.
I've been
I
involved.
do.
I'm a member.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For 10 years or
folks
more,
forgot.
I'm a member of the University of Delaware.
Yeah.
So it's ppearson at udel.edu.
Yep.
About 4 or 5 years ago, I got a Gmail account.
Okay.
imwb@gmail.com. What I hear you saying is my Gmail account, is not secure. However, last year, the University of Delaware signed up with Google as the city of Los Angeles did. And Google is now the server for 33,000 employees, the city of Los Angeles, Notre Dame University, University of Delaware. And we have about 25,000, 30,000 people. Now my bpearson@udel.edu is going to the university and being hosted by Google.
I would imagine, I don't know the scenario, but I would...
They are our server. They freed up all of our servers. All of those computers on Wyoming Avenue now.
So I think what I'm trying to say here is don't look at Google as all the same. All you're looking at is there is what you see as Google, then there is the back end, the back office of Google.
Okay, that's...
So there are different service level agreements, there are different contractual agreements. That's a business-to-business arrangement that Google made with the city or the university.
Gotcha.
And I can guarantee you that your lawyers and your information security people had a long and arduous discussion with Google.
They did, because one of my guest speakers was the guy that just did the whole account. What happened different, and this is slick on Google's part, my fictitious name at udel.edu is now forever. Even if I leave the university, up to this year, students that graduated, seniors that graduated,